my friends, and welcome back to another episode of Arc ASA on Ragnarok. And as you can see, we've been a little busy. So yeah, I got to getting on the covering those holes on the bridge and all that kind of thing. So I've gone into creative mode, and we have started the build proper on the bridge now. So we're gonna concentrate on that for the next wee little bit. Well, gotta fix that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I'm not sure, like I say, which way I'm going. These areas here, the cliffhangers, could be good for my industrial areas on either side, or possibly for some flyers and what have you. I don't really know. As I say, it's a work in progress, and it's a build as you go. But I did want to get, at least if nothing else, this foundation down and cover the entire bridge. And then once we got that done, it was like, okay, well, you're in the mood now, and you got a taste for it, so on you go. But yeah, this is the start so far. You remember up where we stood yesters, we were looking out at the knoll, and I was saying, okay, you see that? Now imagine dragons. So this is where we were standing then, right? And it was all, pardon me, that was the beginnings of, if you will. But yeah, so this, of course, it's a wall just now, but it will be filled in and, become a proper room and like that. Now, you remember the thatch foundations went across here, and this is where it used to be all open except for the door was thatch and whatnot. The walls were still thatch. And that's when I jumped on Icarus and went down over the edge to get stuff and fell through the hole, and that's when it all started going south. What a flippin' demon. Oh, I died so many freaking times just trying to get out of there and whatnot. It was, well, as the Asians say, may you live in interesting times. Well, they were interesting times. Couldn't believe I was able to get that little raptor. Lucky. Now, I mean, it was a level 7, and it became, I think, a level 15 before I got killed by those raptors there and whatnot. Down below. But nonetheless, I thought that was fortuitous. Like we say with Ark, it is what it is, right? I mean, it crashes, it burns, it knows what you want, so it won't give you that. Or if it does, it's a level 5 and a level 7. But the predator chasing it is a level 140. Those kind of things. It giveth and it taketh away. As well we all know, eh? I'm surprised there are no dragons. They have not rendered in. I was hoping they would have. Sometimes they render back in almost immediately after I kill them. And I have been taking them out to lower levels because I'm getting 5s and 7s and 23s type of thing. But yeah, but odd that they wouldn't have spawned back in this time. But there you go. We'll I'm sure once I log off and then log back in for the next video, they'll probably be back, I should think. Oh, shiny! Look at that blue crystal. I see you. Now, what is this in front of us, though? Oh, peeps. That is an oil vein. Hell yeah. Good to know. All right, so that means we can put a pump on that, and we'll have oil coming. I don't have to keep going killing critters to get their oil and whatnot. That's what I've been doing down by the original base, the home base there. Up around the bay, there's these things. I can't pronounce their name. Pardon me. But they look like a cross between a shrimp and maybe I don't know, some mutated lobster. Not really sure. But they give you oil and chitin. Or chitin. Right, Clark? Anyway, Lewis gets some of this here because the blue crystal we need for our smithy for manufacturing, right? Because although I am in creative mode while building and whatnot, while I was doing that building and stuff, I do want to try and keep it, vanilla as much as possible type of thing, right? But in the interest of transparency and honesty, so we're all on the same page, you got to understand that, yeah, while I was doing the build on the bridge, I was in creative mode. And when I go back to doing the build on the bridge, I will be in creative mode again because I have plans for this. It is going to be myself. But here we are, and like that and like that. I'm glad I found the blue crystal because now I got a guaranteed source. I know exactly where it is. And that is cool because we're going to be needing some of that. And as I say, at the original base, there's 3 metal nodes there that respawn. So I got no problem with me metal and the like. But yeah, so this is what we've been doing and what we're going to do a little bit of here. We'll get things rocking and rolling. But I just wanted to show you kind of sort of what I've been up to. I think it's going to come along. I got ideas for balconies. You can see where the vaulted railings are here. I'm thinking of knocking out and then adding on a balcony out in front type of thing, eh? And we'll keep the arch and just like this. Just like this. Don't you love the magic of video? There we are. Okay. Oh, we got wolves. We got battle pigs. Cool, cool, cool. That's something that I'm thinking on doing is... Oh, more wolves. Right on. We got babies. Oh, a cave. Nice. Yeah, what I'm thinking on doing, seeing as how we're up here and all, is I'm going to take out the adult wolves, try to find higher levels, and then Scooby the babies and raise them, because I think dire wolves up in the castle, I mean, does it get any more Game of Thrones? I mean, look at the build on the bridge, we're up here in the biome. I mean, all we need now is the White Walkers, yeah? Ooh, what are you? Well, I know what you are. What level are you? Come here, Anke. Okay, you're a no. What do we got over here then? And you are cute, but not what I'm after. Ooh, look at you. You're a handsome looking devil, ain't you? And nope. Oh well, 3 times the charmer. Nope, nope, and nope, man. It's the way it goes. But yeah, these are the things I was telling you about down here. You watch, I won't be able to bloody find one now. This is where they've been respawning. Oh, there we go. I can see one right there. See what I'm talking about? But the thing is they will give you a little bit of oil, which is good. And I mean a little. You see, we got 5 there. Now, I don't know if I would get more taking them with pardon me, with a hatchet. And like that, I might get more oil out of them. I don't know. We'll have to put it to the test. And there's no time like the present. Okay, now you take them out. Thank you. Nice damage, son. 58. All right, now let's see if we know what the heck we're talking about. Using a pick, because the oil, wouldn't that be kind of like flint or whatever? So you'd use a pick for that, wouldn't you? Either way, I only got 3, and my bird got 5. So that answers that for the pick, at least. Now, a hatchet, I don't know. Maybe it'll make a difference, but I'm guessing at best it would probably tie with my RG at 5 or something. So we'll see. It's all food for thought for down the road. Okay. Home again, home again. I like this little spot. And as I say, resource-wise, this is a good little spot here, man. But I'm just going to get myself all organized and put some stuff away into my smithy and check on a couple of things in my preserving bin. Make sure we still got spark and oil and the like. Alright, you stay there. No flying back to the bridge, you. My God, what a video that was. Hokey doodles. And I cut a bunch out. But yeah, it was just every time I die, I got up, I get back, and you know. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But there you go. Okay, so we got our blue gems put away. We can put our pearls and like that away. And yeah, get to getting here. Not sure where we're going, but like the man said, ain't no sense being late. All right, now a little peeky in here, and you see the eggs I've been gathering. Yeah, this one here I got now not out of the trench, but over that way. It was kind of a winter biome, but I came on, well, at least half a dozen dragons, and they were going at it with something. And I seen a nest, and they were distracted, and I went for it, man, and we got away with it. But anyway, what do you say we do a little building? So, enter the montage. I'll see you in a bit. righty then. Thank you for putting up with me through that and whatnot. But, not a bad song. I'll give it a 7. Good beat. Kind of dance to it. Good old house music, eh? Club music. Oh, I'm dating myself. Anyway, so what the heck are we doing up here on the roof? Well, I have an idea for a wyvern trap using behemoth gates. Now, is this a good idea? I don't know. We will find out. But knowing me and Murphy, I'm sure there's going to be some interesting times. Don't you know? But what I'm figuring is where they spawn on that nodule over there up on the plateau, if they start respawning again, I don't know. I'm hoping so. I don't see why they wouldn't. Things have been going good. I take them out, they spawn back. I take them out, they spawn back. We got a good rhythm going, man. So the idea being is I'm going to put up enough gates, I think, that I can make a fairly, well, it's going to be kind of small. It might need to be a little longer than what I can kind of make it on this roof. But I think it'll work. So idea being, of course, we aggro them. We fly just fast enough in front of them and play dodgeball with them trying to bite us and shoot, ice and like that. And then we bring them into here, trap them in here, and like that and like that. And then we can knock them out, and then we can take their milk, and then I can hatch some of the eggs that I have, because I've got 2 now that are, well, for me they're high level because they're in their 40s, like I say. But yeah, I've got a poison 44 and an ice 46 now. And the rest are like 23, 5, 7, that kind of thing, right? But I wouldn't mind getting them going. So in order to do that, we need the milk. In order to get the milk, we got to knock out the mom. And like I said yesterday, man, wyvern milk, you're going to need a really large stool and a hefty attitude. Yep. I'm not sure how well wyverns like to be milked. Never having done it, should prove interesting. Of course, no, in reality, on a serious note, you knock them out, you go in their inventory, and hypothetically, there's supposed to be milk in there. I believe 5 bottles of milk and whatnot. So, but we shall see. Okay, now is that... See, I want it to be just high enough over the trap that I can fly in and out through the root vent, but the dragon cannot, It's kind of like when you're piling firewood, You want to stack it loose enough that the squirrel can get through it, but tight enough that the cat chasing him can't. In this case, the cat is the dragon and I are the squirrel. But you knew that. But yeah, that's the idea anyway. So I'll leave, the standard vent on the side. We'll take out the gates so that I can fly through there with my pteranodon if necessary. But hypothetically, what I'd like to do in a perfect world is fly in, fly up, fly around, close the door, come up the walkway to, where the space is in the wall, right there, that gap, and then knock out the wyvern and get the milk. And then we can start hatching some eggs, baby. Looking forward to it. Should be fun. As I say, a good adventure, yeah? So anyway, where's my manners? How you guys been keeping? I know it's been a little bit there. I was away for a while, but it was a necessary evil. As I say, my mom passed, and some other stuff kind of went down around that time as well, and it was just a debilitating time, if I'm honest, But with all things, It doesn't go away, but with time you start to, you get used to it, I suppose. You adapt, I guess is the word, you know. Okay, you know what, peeps? I think we have a functional Wyvern trap. I don't know. I don't know if I've made it big enough to get it in here, get out, get around, and get it closed. We shall see, though. Da, 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 dee, da, da, dee, yeah. And what else? What else? What else? Not too much. Oh, look at me do the big boy things. Now, those of you who know me, you know I'm a recluse. Oh, here we go. They've spawned in. You know, I don't go out and I don't let people in. You know, it's just since COVID, something happened to me, and I got really, really sick on top of my emphysema with the COVID, and it settled in there, and it scared me. It really did. I thought that was it. I didn't think I was going to get out the other side of that one, but we did, and it's all good. But it's left me with this phobia, if you will, and I have just I've become a shut-in, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm retired. It's not like I got to go out in the world and pretend everything's okay. I can just stay here and like that. So that's what we've done. But I went out yesterday because my lovely wife is trying for a year to get me to go back out in the world, and we went up Island and saw some family, and it was good. It was cathartic. There was laughs, there was tears, and it was a good day. Speaking of good days, let's get some of this, shall we? Okay, let's try this again, and let's try not to kill this one. This is why they say you gotta wait between shots, right? Hey, you nasty bushwhacking animal! Don't bite me, you. All right, now Flippin' duh. There you go. That's the milk they're talking of. Yep, yep, and yep. Do-do-do. Scooby-Doo-wah. Ba-da-ba. Nice. Okay, now we got to get rid of you, number 7, and see what is and what ain't. Well, that's not going to work. Let's see. Oh, I know. I got a shoddy. I'll use that. Hello, beautiful wife. My poor Jennifer, she sneaks into the room, just sneaks across over, grabs her sewing machine, she's sneaking back out. She's an angel. She is an angel. Okay, so that one's dead. Now, you noticed when I had my inventory open, there was 2 other bottles of milk in there. The first dragon that we killed, I knocked out, but the torpor drops so flippin' fast. So I only got 2 bottles, and then we killed it and like that. But I'm going to call this one here, guys. So that's what we've been up to. I thank you for your company. Now, do us a favor, will you? Go tell somebody you love them, man. Hey, they may not be here tomorrow to hear it. Best do it now, eh? Okay, go be the rock stars you already are. Bye for now.